Hi guys, Angie Bell with My Fairy Treasures. How you guys doing? What did I get on my nails? Just a second. Oh, I was playing with the inks. Like, what is it's still on there? Oh well. Okay, you guys, we are going to make, what are we making? We're going to make Temu inspired, what's the word? It's gonna hit me. They're tags, but distressed. Temu inspired distressed tags. That's how we'll name this. I was on Temu shopping, which I should have been, and I seen tags that look like this. Aren't these cool? So I just thought I was going to order them, and I thought, wait, you can make those. So I'm making them, and we're using our scraps to make them. How does this one go? We're making our scrap. All you need is some scrap pieces of cardstock, which most of us have some little white scrap pieces of cardstock. In fact, look it. I collect it because I always know I'm going to make stuff with them. So look at all these scraps I have of cardstock, of just strips, small strips like this, like 1 inch, 1.5, 3/4 inch. Okay, so let's do this. Also, go through your collection of small stamps, things that are small. So I have a bunch of those right here, you know, just things that are small. Okay, this is my favorite one to use. This little one with the numbers. Oh, we'll probably put that on everything. Now, this is a big stamp, but I'm going to use just like a little bit of it. Okay, I love calligraphy nibs. Look, I have that one. I have this one. I can only use just the nibs on this one, not the whole stamp, but we'll use just the nibs. And then I have a calligraphy. Look at this little small one. Oh, anything postage, anything calligraphy nib, anything script. I collect all that stuff. Okay, here we go. So we have some strips. So the first thing, let me move some of this stuff out of the way. We'll move our samples over here. We'll move all of our stamps right here. Okay, the first thing we're going to do is we want to cover these. Which one are we going to do first? Let's do this one first. We need to cover these with some book page. And I'm going to use some, I have some French book page. I bought a French book, which I love, and I love the pages. Look, it's French, and it's so old. The pages are brittle, but they're great for collage. So I'm just going to rip off and you know what? You can use any book pages you want, but if you have some book pages that have some age to them, like these do, they're really browned or, you know, like this. Aged, browned, out, use those. But if you only have just, you know, just regular old book pages of a new book, it doesn't matter. Or get some scraps, some scrapbook pages. I'm sure you have plenty of those. Okay, so we need to cover this with book page. And we'll just use a glue stick. I'm using Jot glue stick from Dollar Tree, and I've talked about this a million times. The Jot glue stick, it's been tested by me and several other people on YouTube. And it is awesome. But I want to tell you this. Someone was talking about it because I hauled some of it the other day. And they said it didn't work well for them. The one thing, and this is with any glue stick I notice, I hit each section that I do 3 times. Don't just hit it once and then try to glue something on there. So I do it 3 times on each section. And I'm going to go right back over everything again really quickly. And the reason I'm doing that is because I live in Las Vegas and it is super dry here. So things dry out really quick. In fact, let's just that last little bit here. Let's do that again. Bam. And you know what? We need to glue this here down. All right. We got that? Perfect. Now we'll cut around. So you see what I did? I just broke it up and just went all the way across. This glue, and I have the Yoo-Hoo. This, in my opinion, is just as good as Yoo-Hoo glue. I'm just going to prove to you that I have the Yoo-Hoo because I always keep it. Yeah, I have it. I have it. But you guys, right now at Dollar Tree, these are 8 for $1 while the school, for back to school. So get over there and try these out and get the 8 for $1 ones. Now regular, they have 4 for $1, which is still a good price. But 8 for $1, I bought a ton of them. But look, I use Yoo-Hoo. This is better than Yoo-Hoo. Okay. Either just as good or better, in my opinion. Okay, so now we got that all glued down, right? All right, so now let's trim around. Let's trim this off here. Okay. And all these really little small pieces, believe it or not, I save all these little small pieces too. You're like, girl, do you throw anything away? No. And the reason I save all these really little small ones is I like to make stamps. And you need little pieces for making stamps. So I just throw this in my scrap bucket. The smalls. I call them the smalls. I should really get another little bucket for just smalls. Do I have something for smalls? Maybe I do. Sounds like something I would do. Alright, I'm going to put these smalls to the side and save these little ones for... I usually think I just throw them in my scrap bucket, but I'd rather have the little small ones in a little separate envelope or something. So we'll put them in something. Okay, anyway. There we go. And if you do want to learn how to make your own postage stamps, look under on my channel, and where it has a search bar, put postage, how to make postage stamps. And I have a video on that. Okay, so now here we go. And then you can decide how large you want to make these. So let's have this one go here and rip them, because, and we'll rip these and we'll make 3 of them out of this one. Rip them, because that's going to be part of the whole process. See, like on this, how I have it ripped here, that's what makes it tattered. Ripped here and ripped right there. Okay, and I seen this on Temu, and that's how they looked. So everything is ripped and torn and tattered, and let's tatter a little bit more. Hopefully things are dry enough for us to use this. Let's see. My distressing tool. Okay, so this is called a distressing tool. They have different types. You know what, I'm just going to make sure, because I might, yeah, we'll be fine. Yeah, that'll be good. Because the glue is still a little bit wet, I have a little bit of tears here and there, but tears are good because we're making distressed anyway. But this tool, it's called a distressing tool. You can buy it at craft stores, you can buy it online. Tim Holtz has a distressing tool. It looks something like this, but maybe a different color. But if you don't have one, you can just use a steak knife. Okay, next thing, let's do some, let's ink the edges. Oh, I wanted to talk about this because yesterday I was on and I was telling you, Tim Holtz has these blender tools, but, and this one's a Spectrum Noir. I don't know where, I think I got this at a garage sale, but this one is by Paper Studio, at Hobby Lobby, and it's right next to all the Tim Holtz stuff. And they carry these. They carry the actual tool, and they carry the blender. So just to let you know, and these are only there. They're like $3.99, really reasonable price. Now I did get my these on clearance, so hopefully they're going to replace these. I got these on clearance for 99 cents, and you get like, I don't know, 10 of them or something. So, and the blender itself, the blender tool itself was only like, and it comes with blender sponges. I think it was, like I said, like $4. Don't sleep on the Paper Studio stuff at Hobby Lobby. Really good stuff. They what they do is they tend to get the stuff that whatever kind of stuff we're using, they produce it, and then oh, you know what? Let's tear everything before we ink. So let's tear again at the end, and then let's put another tear right here at the bottom. Anyway, they tend to like they tend to copy stuff from Tim Holtz. Not exactly, but whatever kind of stuff we're using, that vintagey type of stuff, they have a lot of stuff like that. Whatever we're using or we're into or what's popular, they tend to make it. Okay, there we go. All right, so look at this one. Because the reason I stopped, because we want to ink all these tattered edges, okay? And in fact, I'm going to get another ink out. Don't want to do that. No, we'll just use the same one. Never mind. I was gonna make things more difficult. We don't need to. Okay, we've already ripped both of those ends. Let's just rip another little piece at the top or bottom. That is not easy, just trying to get in there. Okay. See how I have ripped, and a little rip there. Okay. Ripped, and a little rip here. And we're going to do that to this one. This one's already been ripped on this side. We'll rip it on this side. And we will rip it from the bottom on this one. You know what? I'm just going to put a little... I'm going to put a little cut in it just to get my ripping going. There we go. Yeah, put a little cut in there. Just put a little cut so you can have a little edge on the ripping. There we go. In fact, let's just, on this one, let's do 2 different rips. So just cut it a little bit, cut into it just a little bit just to get yourself started. There we go. Okay. All right. So next thing, now let's ink. And I'm using Distress Archival Ink Vintage Photo. So a pretty nice dark brown you want. Now let's go through and ink the edges. All right, this one just, look how this just came off. What the heck? Probably all the messing around with it. Let me just re-glue. I usually do a whole bunch of these and then they're dry by the time I get to this part, so. All right. Let's ink. And also if you're using just a white, like a newer type of book and the pages aren't yellowed or browned out like these are, to kind of give them a more vintage look, get out your tea dye, your antique linen, or your vintage photo. Any of these are great. Walnut stain, any of these kind are really, really good. Okay, and age it up. Just take one, like I take a makeup brush like this. You get these at Dollar Tree, and then just take one of those colors and just age it up a little bit. Okay, but these are so brown. Look, I don't need to do that on these, so I'm not going to. Okay. These are just, this is a great thing for if you're just kind of like you want to craft or you want a junk journal, but you just don't really want a big project to get into it. You can do this. Look at this. I'm going again. This doesn't normally happen, but like I said, I was messing with it so quickly after I glued it, so no major. We'll just glue it back again. There we go. I'm sure it came from messing with it before it dried completely. Okay, so now we have that one, and let's do this one. You know, if I go down on the edges, that probably won't lift the glue up before it's dry. So I'll just try to just make sure I go down, which is what I usually normally do anyway, but. Okay. Perfect. Put this on my ink bag. Let's put this back, get rid of all these little papers. So now we have that one. Don't they look so cool? They already look cool. We're going to stamp on this too, but they already look cool. There we go. And again, I got another one coming up. Usually I don't have, because I don't have this problem, but I messed with them, everything, before everything got a chance to dry. So before you start messing with them like I'm doing, just let them dry for a good 10 minutes. Okay, so we're good there. All right, so now I'm just going to start stamping. So, you know what I wanted to do? I haven't done this on this one. I'm just going to use just this is a calligraphy nib one. I'm just going to use just the nibs on this one. Let's get our ink out. I'm using a dark brown ink. And we'll put that right here. So this is fun just to use your stamps. How many stamps do we have, you guys, that we don't use? And if you think you don't have smalls, you have small stamps, go through all your stamps, especially the clear ones, the sheets of stamps that are on the clear sheet. There's usually a bunch of little small ones and we never use those. This is the perfect opportunity to use them. Oh my God, look how cute this looks. I love it. Oh, and also this is my favorite. This little one, it's like from a Tim Holtz set. It had a bunch of stamps on it on one clear sheet, and then it had this, and I was like, oh my God, I love that. Should I put it in the middle or on the side? To the side. And these numbers are going to be on everything. Oh my God, I love that. Look, isn't that cool? Done with that one. Okay, let's do another one. I'm looking for things that I haven't used yet. Okay, but I've used it, but I haven't put it on this stamp. This is a little key. Okay, let's use that. And I like not using a block with this because we need to put it on exactly where we want to put them on. If we use a block, you're not going to be able to work with such a small surface. So that's why I'm not using a block. Oh, I love it. Look at that. And then I want to use this. I think is a spool stamp. I don't know what this is. I think it's like a spool. I'm gonna just print this on something so I can see what it is. Oh no, it's 25. It's a 25-cent like coin. Cool. Let's put that like right up here in the corner. Oh, that's cool. I'm gonna put it again over down in this corner. There's nothing, there's no wrong. Okay. Look how cool that looks. Aren't these just fun? So you can use these in your junk journaling. These will be so fun to use in your junk journaling. Putting them on tags, envelopes, on a page, on when you're making clusters. You can use these for so many things. Just fabulous. Okay. What else do we want to do? I love this little perfume bottle. Isn't that cute? All right, let's put okay. Let's just put this right here. Okay, so there we go. I'm putting this deep in the corner. It's just like an old perfume bottle with that little puff thing they used to do to spray it out. And then what else we want to do? What else do we? Let's do a calligraphy pen. Oh, these are my favorite stamps. Look at. I just love these. One's a Stampin' Up and one I got at Viva Las Vegas Stamps here in Las Vegas. It's a stamp store here in Vegas. So if you ever come here, go to it. It's really cool. It's called Viva Las Vegas Stamps. And it's downtown. It's by the Strip. So I haven't gone for years. I haven't probably gone for 10 years. And they used to have January, like the first week or second week of January, the whole store's 50% off. Really, really good deal. Have I been off frame? I hope I haven't been off frame. Look at that. Oh, love that. Don't want to put anything else on here. You know what I want to do is try to put a little bit, like a half a half of something. This might be the spool. I'm not sure. Let me see what this one is. Nope, it's not a spool either. It's like, it says New York. It's like another coin or something. Whatever. I'm just going to put like half of it like right there. Yeah, cool. Check that out. Aren't these fabulous? Love them. Okay, we've only been on for 20 minutes, so let's just make one more strip. So like I was saying, this is just a great project for an afternoon or a morning when you don't really feel like really, you know, you want to do something, but you don't want to get into something too serious. Or it's a rainy day and you just want to make something simple and not have to think about it. Make some vintagey looking labels. Some vintage tattered labels. All right, so let me find another strip that I want to use. All right, we'll use this strip. So we'll do this and we'll do this. So we'll make 3 more out of this strip. And we'll tear this end. Or actually, you know what? I didn't want to tear both ends yet, because let's first cover them with the book page. All right, so I have my French book page. And you use whatever book page of your choice. If you have something that has yellowed or browned, I just think it looks even better. Save our little bits for making postage stamps. Now this isn't good for, because it's just plain, but sometimes you need those little plain pieces of paper like that, and you can stamp them and use them in collage or use them in clusters. So I save everything. Okay. Let's start. Wait, let me go right there. Hopefully I haven't been out of frame too much. Didn't I do this last time on a whole strip? Sorry, this time I ripped them in advance. It's okay, whatever you want to do. Okay. There we go. Let's do this one. So you can do it either way. You can do it as a whole strip, or you can do little small strips. Whatever you prefer. But I do advise hitting each spot about 3 times to do your gluing. Highly suggest that. And where's the other one? Didn't I have 3? Yeah, here it is. There we go. And let's put the paper on here. Okay, so we got these 3 done. Let's move our little glue. And that's a magazine. I like to use a magazine as a glue surface. And then you just turn the page and then you have a fresh glue surface. So let's really rub these on here, since we're going to be messing with them. Since we're going to use a distressing tool and then ink the edges. All right, and again, just cut them out. That's what I like to do. Instead of trying to have to measure and all that kind of stuff, just make everything a little bit bigger and then cut around. I do that for anything I do where I'm covering it with paper. Yeah, I would advise doing it on the strip, because now I have I'm going to have to re-rip these. See? Anyway, do them on a strip. I don't know why I tore them up first. But if you do that, you can see that it works either way. Okay. So let's put our little strips over there. All right, so then let's tear the ends again so that it looks torn. Okay, and then cut into the top or bottom or both, just a little cut. That's just to help you have a little handle on being able to put a tear in here. We'll do a little one since that one's so small. We'll do another one here on the bottom. Okay, so now we have our little torn label, a little distress label. Okay, again, let's tear the ends. All right, and let's cut into the bottom here and then tear. All right, so there we have this one. And then let's do this one. Tear the ends. Definitely tear the ends because that's going to give a really nice tattered look. Cut in a little bit and then tear. We're doing some fussy tearing. I heard somebody say that in their video about fussy tearing. I'm like, oh, I love that. Oh, you know what we didn't do? We didn't distress with the distressing tool. Now, you don't have to do with the distressing tool. We're gonna do that, especially to the one that we didn't tear. We'll just put a little distress on it with the distressing tool. Anywhere that I didn't tear, we'll just use the distressing tool just a little bit. And you can do it before or after you do the tearing. Okay. Whenever you remember, like me, like I just forgot. All right, now let's go ahead and ink the edges. Okay, just ink all the edges. And this is what I'm going to do for my afternoon. Just have fun making a bunch of labels. So I have just a bunch of them. And then store them in a little bag. Like I already got myself my little bag. I have a ton of these from Dollar Tree. Follow your dreams. Love this. And I love something clear so I can know what's in it. You can also label it, but it just, you can see it. And this, that'll be my little container, my little department for my homemade labels. All right. So now we have these all done. All right, let's just straighten them out a little bit. And let's start using our stamps on them. All right, what do we want to do on this one? I have this little calligraphy nib. I want to use that. Oh, let's do this. I have a stamp, a postage stamp, and a calligraphy nib. So let's do this. There we go. So there's this stamp. And then we're going to put the calligraphy nib going into the postage stamp a little bit. Look. Isn't that cool? I love it. That's all we'll do with that one. That one's done. Next. Next. What are we going to do next? I haven't done this one. Look at that little design. Let's do that. Do that on this one. If it's too big, just use half of it, or a quarter of it, or 3/4 of it. Oh, I love that. Look. Beautiful. And then let's follow it up with this. In fact, I'm going to use this on this one too. I'm bringing this one back in, the one we did before, because I like to put this number on everything. Put this down here. I don't know why I like this stamp so much. I just love it. And we'll put the number. Oh, my fingers. Cool. So I went back to this one. I put the number there. And then I put the number down at the bottom on this one. That looks really cool. My fingers. Oh, I just hate that. My fingers sometimes get really like stiffened up. I don't know if I'm getting like arthritis in my fingers or what. I do a lot of knitting and crafting, so it's just probably overuse of my hands. Oh, I love this one. I love this, but then I also love this crown, and it's this pretty small small little tag or label. So I'm gonna use this one. This will fit perfect. Little crown. Oh, I love it. And then, let's do the number on here, and let's do the number on the side. So the whole number is not going to fit here, just some of it, which is fine. That'll look good. Fabulous. Check that out. Aren't they fun? I love making these. I can just sit here all afternoon and just make these. It's so simple. So quick and easy, so gratifying. I love it. So, I was just thinking about, you could also use this to cover one of the strips. The brown paper, because look how browny the paper is. How cool would that look? That would look really cool too. So you can use these to cover these strips up. And it doesn't even have script, but it's just that really cool browned out, yellowed out paper. Anyway, I love that. It just hit me right now. Okay, so let's just go through all the ones we made today. We made 6, and then the ones that I made before. Okay, so here's one of the ones we made today. These labels are so cool, and each one is so individual. Love that with all those calligraphy nibs. Fabulous. Postage stamp with the calligraphy nib. I love it. Now these are the ones I made before. And look how skinny. You can even use just like skinnier ones, because labels come in everything. Like this strip right here is kind of on the skinnier side. So you can use the skinny ones. Like here's another real skinny one. Cool, huh? And I use a little bit darker ink on these ones. I either used black or like a dark brown. I can't remember. I took the calligraphy pen and hit it 1, 2, 3 times. And longer, medium, and then the shortest. So you guys, these are so fun to make.
I'll be back, sweetie.
Okay, honey. Love you. Don't get a coronavirus. Don't get shot. Don't you guys like what I say to my husband? I say it every time he leaves. Okay. So, you guys, let me know if you're going to make yourself these grungy, vintage, tattered labels. Aren't they fabulous? Temu inspired, because that's where I saw them. That's where I saw them. And that's it for this one, you guys. If you haven't subscribed to my channel, I'd love for you to do so. If you can give this video a thumbs up. Any comments or questions, leave them below. Come visit me on Facebook and Instagram. Also, we have a group called Our Magical Little Place. So join our Facebook group. There's a clickable link in the description box. And show us if you make these. But if you don't junk journal, or you don't make these, but you art journal, or you knit, you crochet, card making, whatever you do, come, get inspired, be inspired, inspire others. You can leave links to your YouTube channel. You can leave links to your Etsy shop. And that's it, you guys. And remember, we have more in common than we do not, and we're stronger together. All right, you guys. Talk to you soon.